Do you want to make a thumbnail like this? Yes, the hell you do. So since I've recently hit 100 subscribers, I decided to make a tutorial. Let's get right into it. For this tutorial, you'll need to install Forge 1.8.9 and MPC mod 1.8.9, which are going to be linked in the description, and either Photoshop or Photopea.com. First up, you want to launch Forge 1.8.9 and make sure you have NPC mod installed. Then join a Minecraft world of your choice. And if you want these Bedwars maps, the link for the download is in the description. Okay, so once we load into the world, you want to find a right spot for your screenshot. Yeah, this looks like a nice spot. Let me just clear up, and it's a good time. It's like a good thing. You can like just clear up some land so that the screenshot looks nice. So I'm just gonna get the NPC mod and the mob cloner. So basically, what you want to do first is right click with your NPC wand. I'm just gonna right click right here, and you want to make sure the name does not show. You want have a living animation be off and visible, yes. You want to go to AI and click on movement. Click on manual. We'll fix that later. And then, yeah, that's all. If you want to have a custom skin for your player, follow these steps. So first, you want to click Windows R and do %app data %. Go to your .minecraft folder, click on, I think it's custom NPCs, assets, custom NPCs, textures, and then you can put all your custom skins over here. Next, you want to click on, right click with the NPC mod and click texture and click select. Basically, you just want to find, click up until you see your skin. Let me see, up, yeah, see, I now see my skins, all these skins, 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna use this one because I like this one, and I'm gonna click back. Then our skin is now equipped. Now, if I wanna make a dynamic pose for this character, I'm gonna do the following. Right click it, AI, movement, rotation. This is obviously gonna rotate the player. I wanna move it, I'd say about 70 degrees. Let's see. And you're gonna probably be moving it a lot since you want to have the perfect pose for your thumbnail. I think 70 is too much, so I'm just going to go with 40 maybe. Let's see how 40 looks. I think I like that. Now, you obviously most likely want to have armor for your character. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some diamond armor for my character. And let me put my texture pack real quick. Okay, so once you have your armor selected, you want to have it enchanted. So just do /enchant. And then your name, so my name is Snowfro, and do unbreaking 3. The reason I did unbreaking is because unbreaking works with all weapons and armor, so you don't have to worry about just other commands, and bam, you have full enchanted stuff. Now, if you're one of those people who like to make thumbnails with colored leather armor, here's how to do it. First thing you want to do is go to Minecraft Armor Generator. This thing will be in the description, minecraftcommand.science. And you want to pick a leather color and put that here. And I wanted to make it a bit lighter, so let me just put it here. I just switch the sliders a bit to how I want it. And I want the chest plate, so I'm going to scroll down, I believe. And I'm going to click minify command. And I think I want it to be enchanted, so unbreakable. Minify command, and copy this command into your world, and bam, now you know how to get leather armor. And you can do the same if you want to enchant it, but for this tutorial I'll just be using diamond armor. So now once you got your armor, right click the NPC, go to inventory, and you want to manually just put the armor in this guy's inventory with a sword. If you don't want a sword, you can have any item you want. So now we want to get a cool dynamic pose. Right click your person, go to advanced. When it says no job, go 3 times till it says puppet and select edit. Now we want to move the legs and arms of the character. So for the left arm, which is over here, I'll move that with the Y, no, not Y. I want to move the X, I believe, yes, wait, X, and I'm going to move it 220. For the right arm, I'm going to move it 141, or even more if I want. And then for the left leg, I'm going to move it, no, not this one. I think 130, and then right leg will go 230. Yeah, that looks about good. Now the head, I want to put it a little bit like to the side and a little bit facing up, and that looks pretty good. I actually like that a lot. So I think I've actually completed my pose. So now all that's left is to get your background ready and screenshot. So what I like to do is I like to use shaders. So you want to go to options, video settings, shaders, and use complementary shaders. Now, if you want to know how to install Optifine with Forge, just look up a tutorial. It's very easy. What we're going to be doing is I actually want to clear the background a little bit. I don't want any of this in the background, so I'll just break this because I don't really care. And go into 30 FOV, so it looks way better, and F1. Now you might notice that it looks a bit weird when you're like this. So a little tip I like to do is I like to go into my inventory, get some slabs, make sure on my FOV, and I want to place slabs below my feet so that I can actually like have a nice, it looks better when you put slabs, just trust me. And then bam, it actually looks like center now. So I want to change it to time set day. And I actually think, let me see, time set, let's do 6,000. Yes, okay, that's perfect. So time set 6,000. And I think I want to get close. You want to make sure the character takes a large amount of the screen. And then you want to screenshot. Bam. I've just screenshotted. I think that's perfect. And don't worry if the sky's all like colorless like this, because we're going to be putting a custom sky inside Photoshop or Photopea. Basically, you want to just open Photoshop right now, and I'm going to create a new PSD in 1920 by 180p. Make sure resolution is 72. I'm going to call it thumbnail tutorial. I can't spell tutorial, and create. Before we do anything, just do Control S. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Okay. Control S, and you want to just save it wherever you want. I'm just going to do tutorial.psd, save. First thing you want to do is go into your file explorer and go to your screenshots in your .minecraft folder. So I just have a shortcut over here, screenshots. And you want to drag in the screenshot that you previously have just took. So once you have it in, you now have the main thing for your character. So right now, we just want to mask the character so that we can get it out from the background. All you want to do is select the pen tool on the side, and then you want to zoom in by clicking Alt and scroll. That should help you zoom in and out and stuff, and you want to move around the character, just click on space and left click. But right now I can't do, yeah, space, left click, you can move around. Alt, scroll, you can scroll in and out, zoom in and out. Now I want to just Alt, scroll, and space, left click, and I want to make sure my pen tool is selected, and you want to click on all the points of the character just to mask it out. If you want to move around, space, and move around. Okay, so finally I finished masking the character. Now what you want to do is make sure you have the layer selected, right click, make selection, feather radius, 0 pictures, anti-alias, and then okay. Now you have a perfect selection in your character. You want to click Control C, Control V, and that's going to create a new layer for you. So now you just have the character selected by itself. What you want to do is you want to delete the white layer because that's not necessary for us anymore, and you want to double click on your character. Now we're going to do the stylus part. Now this is a very important part of the thumbnail because it's going to make the character brighter and stand out. So what I want to do is go to outer glow, and I want to turn it on. This outer glow is going to make the character stand out. I usually turn the spread to 0, size 10, opacity 35, range 50, and blend mode has to be on normal. This is like the perfect thing for me, or maybe I can turn the size down a little bit. Actually, let me check. Size, no, I think, yeah, 10 is adequate. Now you want to go to gradient overlay, and you want to turn it on, select the basic black and white gradient, make sure it's on blend mode overlay, and you want to click the opacity to about like 50. I recommend 50, but you can adjust that to your choice. Like it depends on the skin actually, because this is like a really light skin, so I'll turn it up a little bit more. I think that's perfect for a character for right now. And you want to click Control Save. You want to save like every few minutes if you're going to be doing a large project. Now I want to go to the background and I want to click on the magic wand tool. It's over here. You want to click contiguous and you select that off. Click on the background. It's going to select everything of the same color and click delete. Now turn contiguous back on. You select Control D to deselect, and now the background is completely gone. Now you probably should have a sky just screenshot lying around. If you don't, you can just make one, or you can use the one I've left linked in the description with this PSD file. You want to rasterize this layer just in case we make any cuts, and that is perfect. Let me make sure that's in. Okay, now we have a perfectly nice background. So the next thing we want to do is we want to add a cool motion blur effect for the character. What you want to do is you want to click the character, click Control C, Control V. You have a new character. You want to click on the move tool and move the character right under this one. Now for this one, you want to turn off the outer glow. That's important. And click on Filter, Blur Gallery, Path Blur. The first thing you want to do is you want to move it depending on where the character is going to be facing. You want opposite of where the character is facing. So I want the motion blur to be over here. You want to make sure center blur is off. Turn up the speed a lot. That's going to be making the cool effect. And you want to put the taper, I'd say like there, and I think actually that's perfect. So you can copy the settings if you want right here. 0, I believe. Yeah, 0, and that looks the best. Or 1. Actually, I think, yeah, 1, yeah. And you want to click on OK, done. Now you have your cool looking motion blur, and I think that looks pretty awesome. Now I want to brighten the background a little bit, so I'm going to click on the background, and I'm going to click on Image, Adjustments, Vibrance. Now this is going to be adjusting the color quality. It's like color correction basically. So I want to turn up the saturation a bit, like to at least 10, and the vibrance is just like how like much the color stands out. I'm going to make it 20. I think in a greener background with like grass, it looks way better, but for now it's just like this nice desert background. So I said desert, I meant mesa, sorry. We want to also apply the gradient overlay to the background. So you want to go to gradient overlay and make sure it's on the background. You can also select, I think I would recommend putting it lower on the background. It's just not as important, but look at the difference it makes. Actually, it looks really nice. Okay, so now we want to include text into our thumbnail. So this is one of the most vital parts of a thumbnail. So I'm going to go to Nico's layer style pack.psd, which I'll be linking in the description. This is one of the best textile packs out there. I'm right going to select a color that's going to stand out. So I think, let me see, I think this color or this color would stand out. I'm going to go select number 8, copy, so Control C, Control V. You want to make that the adequate size. I think about here, that's pretty big. And I want to double click on it. Now you want to go to the stroke, because as you've seen, it's already small now. Increase the stroke a lot. I'd say about, depends on how big it is, I'm going to make it 29. Drop shadow, you want to make the size bigger, and you want to make the distance bigger. And then gradient looks perfectly fine, I love it. I'm going to change the text to, let me see, I'll change it to, I'm going to make it one of those ASMR thumbnails. So ASMR. And then we're going to have this, I think we'll make it actually a bit lower stroke because it looks humongous right now. And the drop shadow obviously needs to be a bit lower. Bam, done. We got the ASMR. Now we want to have like the Modelo or the mouse and the keyboard. So I'm gonna go in Google Chrome and I'm gonna search Modelo PNG wireless. And I'm gonna go to images. I'm just gonna select. So now I'm gonna find a mini white keyboard image. So let's just scroll through the options. This is a good one. Paste it. And I'm going to select the background and delete it with the magic wand tool. Definitely an improvement. I want to make the keyboard a bit brighter, so I'm going to click Image, Adjustments. Let's see, Brightness and Contrast. So I'm going to click Brightness. I want to increase it a little bit. And that looks nice. Image adjustments, vibrance. Let's make the colors a bit more vibrant. Let's say like 50. Yeah, 50. And that looks pretty good. So let's get this. And also, I don't even know how I missed this. The logo on the top, Skyling Official. Why is that there? Delete that. Oh, it's not deleting. Oh, select that. Delete it. And control save. Oh. I'll move this to however you want. I'm gonna move it like here, and it's gonna be behind the character. Let's see how we want to do this. So I want it to be behind the character, and the mouse to be like right here. And obviously you want to have this like this. If you want to make the text look cool, just click Alt or Control and hold over here. You can have like this cool look. So like stretch the text out a little bit. So ASMR. Well, actually, no, I don't like that. But you can like mess with it a little bit. So Control and move it. ASMR. Bam. Looks pretty nice. I want to make this character a little bit brighter. So I'm going to image adjustments, brightness, increase that 28. Now that looks pretty good. I think the keyboard could have a better spot. Let's see. Where does that look big? I think that actually looks pretty nice, right? Yeah, that looks nice. And we also want to have like the sound. So I'm going to click on sound icon PNG. And I want to save this image. Import it into Photoshop, and then make sure to do that. And you can like adjust it like over here or something like that. I like to have it like right here, and move the text down a bit because that is doing that bigger, and I want to have it like behind the keyboard or something. Where is that keyboard? Okay, it's all the way over here. Let's move that up. Sound icon behind here. And what am I doing? Let's move that both behind here. Okay, I am going crazy. Here. Now that looks good. And we can move this and double click it. Wrong one. Double click. Outer glow. Gradient overlay. But that gradient overlay is not going to do much. I'm just going to make it normal. If you want, or you can just keep it all black. I'll actually just make it normal or like that because I actually like that little effect. And I want to move it like around here, something like that, and then that looks pretty good. So you can go into the PSD I'm going to be making of this, and you'll find aesthetic layer. This just basically adds a cool like particle effect and gradient overlay. I remove the gradient overlay, but there's like a particle effect you can add, or you can add the gradient overlay and just make it a bit lighter, and then you have this cool like aesthetic effect. I'll move it behind the text or behind the model. Let me move it like here, and like that looks like interesting, and it adds to the background, and it looks really nice. I personally prefer like not to have it in ASMR kind of thumbnails, but maybe for this ones I'll keep it like that. Just a little compromise. Let me see. Does that look good? Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. I think we have finally finished our thumbnail. And obviously, you should just smash that subscribe button. Peace out, comrades.